Hello, everyone. It's good to be here again. Happy Sunday. Good evening. I know is it good night? It's still good evening from wherever you're watching from. Some people will catch replay of this from Canada. That will be good afternoon, Canada. America will also be afternoon. Nigeria will be night time, and this is good evening, UK time. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here. My name is Fumilola Akintola Williams. I am the lead coach at the Informed and Informed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for girls. We have a curriculum which, by the grace of God has helped us to package to help your girls on your journey, on the journey of your girls to becoming who it is that they are meant to become, on becoming a global participator in the world stage, on becoming a voice in their generation. All these skills that they will need, everything that they require, we have it, but we have the curriculum to teach it. All right, so that's that by way of introduction. And this evening we're talking on something that's very, very important because it is overlooked. And it is overlooked because we are not aware. And I like to say a lot of times that in our journey of parenting, in our journey of motherhood, in whatever journey we are embarking on in life, it is very important, it is very key that we are aware. It is only when we are aware of where we are on our journey, the things that we need to do, that's when we can be of benefit or of advantage to even our children. So this evening I want to be talking about something that's very key. The society, especially if you are from Africa, there's a condition, there's a grooming in our heads, in the heads of our girls. And unfortunately, that yeah, I say unfortunately because there is so much more to a girl than that. But there's a conditioning where, in the part of the world we're coming from, that a girl is just conditioned and groomed to everything a girl wants to do is about go to school, come back from school, get married, have children, and then that is about it. And forgetting that when a girl is birthed, when a boy is birthed, there's infinite potential, there are capabilities in the mind, in the heart of that girl or in the heart of that boy. But because of our area, our let me say because of our demography, where we fall into, it becomes a challenge, and everything becomes what it is, that everything about a girl becomes go to school, come back from. And it's so funny. Let me not say sad. It's so funny that the moment you're coming back from NYSC, they expect that, okay, so when are you getting married? When are you getting married? When are you bringing husband? Have I said that husband is bad? No, of course it's a good thing to be married. It's a beautiful thing. That's what the Bible says. But the fact is that there is much more. When God created girls and when God created women and said that a woman is going to be an helpmate, it's going to be an helpmate not only to the husband, not only there is so much in the world of girl that that is beneficial to humanity. Like I say to the people that are close in my circles, I say that it depends on you now. It depends on what you know. This is what you know that you begin to pilot the affair of your girl to say, okay, the world is very soon, whether we like it or not, whether we're aware rather about it or not, whether we're cognizant of it or not, the fact remains that the tide is shifting. It's lifting, it's living where we are. It's shifting to the era of our girls gradually. So the question is, how prepared, how positioned is your girl? Are you positioning your girl? Are you positioning your child? And that is the conversation we're having this evening. And that's why I said we're talking about 10 skills your teenage girl needs to be an outlier. To be an outlier, to deviate from the norm. Not to be, not to think of, it's so sometimes it's really selfish. I say that word with every sense of responsibility. Selfish how we think. Go to school. Thank you thank you very much, ma'am. So, go to school, come back from school, and then you marry, and then everything, me, myself, and I. It's selfish. There's so much more to a girl, to a woman than that. There's A woman is a blessing. A woman is a multiplier. Imagine if everything Okonjo Iweala did was come back from school, leave school, marry, and sit down at home and have children. Imagine if who are they? Imagine Chimamanda Adichie. Imagine if all they did was go to school, come back from school, marry and have children, and then just have one duplex. And imagine if that's the condition that they have. Why am I citing this exam? So that our eyes can open to the possibilities that our girls are capable of doing. And they are only as good as what we open their minds to. Our girls are only as open, they're only as imaginative as much as we're able to possibilitize their mind. And that is what this conversation is about. And in case you're asking, who an outlier? The first time I heard that word, I was reading a book, Outlier by Malcolm Gladwell. It's a book you need to get and read. I was wondering which one is outlier. I had to now go back to the dictionary. What does it mean to even be an outlier? Because I need to understand the context. I need to understand what I'm reading. So, who is an outlier? So, an outlier is a person or a thing situated away or detached from the main body or system That's the definition dictionary. Oh, imagine that, So, an outlier is a person or a thing situated away or detached from the main body or system. It is an individual that is marked different from the norm in some respect. That is one outlier. I'm gonna give us that definition again. You can also check it in the dictionary. An outlier is a person. Okay, I think I'm just gonna bring this close to me so it's easier for me. So, an outlier is a person. An outlier is a person or thing situated away or detached from the main body or system, or is an individual that is marked different from the norm in some respect. So that's the word. What those keyword marked different. So you're not just raising everybody, achitekwa, achitekwa, no, everybody's that's and the target. Yeah, so you're not in rush, you're not in competition. You're raising an outlier, somebody that's going to be different from the norm. For me, that's how I like to think. And because of that, I know that I need to put in extra work. So, different from the norm in some respect, is detached from the main body. What is the main body? It is the conditioning. Oh, is the girl, oh, let her go to school on time. Let her write jam by 14. I know it's so crazy in Africa. By 14, she's writing jam. I remember when I was in secondary school, my mom didn't know what she was in, but she was preparing me. I finished secondary school quite early. I think 14 had already finished. And then she said, you know what, stay at home. You're not ready to go to the university. At that time, I was even still bedwetting. Can you imagine? And then I don't know why, I don't know where she got the wisdom from. She just said, stay at home. And I can say to you for free that the 2 years I spent at home, 14, 15, 16, before I now got admission at 17, it helped me. So that when I got to school, I wasn't overwhelmed by the things that was happening in my school. School I went was crazy. So imagine I just go 14, ship me to university like that. But that's what we're doing these days. And it's as though there's a competition everywhere. So that is the main board, that is the main system. But to raise somebody that is detached from that system, to raise somebody that is not thinking, so you're not thinking of your girl in, you're not you're not priming her, you're not prepping her for go to school, come back from school, and then get married and then start having children and then build a house, have two cars, the other one has one car. It's so stereotyped. Am I saying those things are bad? No, don't get me wrong. I love those things. They're beautiful. I'm just saying there is more to your girl than going to the uni and then going to the uni at 14 or whatever age it is that we have gotten the pressure we have put on ourselves these days. Go to the uni at 14, come out at 19, get married at 20, get a job at the bank. All of those stereotypes. You need to see beyond that for your girl, because trust me, there is more to your girl. There is much more in your girl. There is a capability that only you, if you watch, if you are careful, if you really look deep, that you're going to see, and then that girl can now be a blessing beyond being married, beyond having children. She'll not be able to even now exercise her authority, exercise her personality, and be a blessing to the world, to our generation. So, what are those 10 skills that your daughter needs to be an outlier? I've explained to you what an outlier is. Has to be detached. She's not thinking like the rest of the people. She's not behaving like the rest of the people. She's not conforming like the rest of the people. She's not doing everything that the rest of the people are doing. That's what an outlier is. So, what skills does she need? Number one, your outlier girl has to, for your girl to be an outlier, she has to have an eyes for the future. How big can your girl see? Or let me ask you, how big can I see for myself first? Because you need to see for yourself first before you begin to see for your daughter. How big can I see? I was listening. I was in a class last week, and I was sharing with my friend. She and we're being talked about. Okay, if you really knew the kind of girl or the kind of child you have in your hands, you will sit up. And I think I've said that before. So, how this girl that you're seeing, are you seeing her beyond the one that doesn't listen to you? Are you seeing her beyond the one that's always that doesn't do the things that you tell her to do? Are you seeing her beyond the one that's always giving excuses? How are you seeing your girl? Are you seeing a deliverer? Are you seeing an emancipator? How are you seeing? Are you seeing the voice of our generation? If you're not seeing those things, go and start saying those things today in your girl, so that when you see, begin to think beyond the what's the word? Beyond the annoyance, beyond the not doing chores. Do you understand? You begin to project. So your girl has to, and it starts from the parents. How big can you see your girl? For you to raise an outlier, she must have an eye for the future. The future is not, see, the future is bigger, right? The future is bigger than going to school, going to university, having a good degree. I have a good degree, trust me. So I'm not saying all of this is terrible. I'm just saying there is much more. It's beyond that now. It's beyond that. So how do you begin? How do you help your girl to see? Please expose them to documentaries of girls that are doing amazingly well, women that are doing amazingly well. Let them see, let them know. When you do those things, girls are vivid in their imagination. Their minds will open, their understanding will be flooded with light. They will think, oh, really, can I do this much? And when your girl says ask whether she can do this much, please pump her, tell her she can even do much more. So don't put her in one box. Your girl is not being raised for a box. Your girl is being raised for the world. That's it. So that's the assignment you have. So when you begin to see yourself like, oh, am I just I'm just not, no, you're not just any parent. No, you are somebody that is parenting who will be an emancipator of a generation. That's who you are. So you have to see yourself separately, differently. It's when you see that in yourself, that's when you will know. And that's when you will know when to put your feet down on what you should put your feet down on. Why? Because you know, if my girl is going to be an outlier, there's certain things that she can't do. I was having a conversation the other time. He was like, Mommy, why can't you? Say, well, it's not wrong. I said, yes, it may not be wrong. Others can, but I can't. It's not pride, it is self-preservation. So you have to begin to see yourself in that light. So when you see yourself in that light, then you begin to help your daughter to also see. Your daughter has to have an eye for the future. The future is there. You know, sometimes I think and I say, is it that time were we not focusing on what we needed to focus on when we should? But now it's still fine. The English people will say the best time to cut a tree was yesterday. The next best time is okay. You didn't cut it yesterday, it's okay. But the next best time is today. Start cutting it now. You begin to paint the picture of the future for your girl beyond the mundane things. That's the word. Beyond the moon. Imagine if everything that Mordecai told Esther, everything that Mordecai prepared Esther for was to be a housewife. It's perfect, it's beautiful. What beyond that? Imagine who will have delivered Israel in that time. I know he says something striking to her. He said, who knows whether you were called for such a time as this? So your daughter has to understand. He has to be ringing early, early, early. And she's not just anybody. So she will have an understanding. She can't be anyhow. She can't do anything. She's not allowed. She's not allowed. Your daughter has to have that understanding early now. Why? Because she's an outlier. She has to have an eye for the future. Eye for the future. My generation, how am I going to make an impact? What difference am I going to make? What am I going to be known for? What do I want to do? How do I want to help them? That's how to make your girl see. But first of all, you have to see her in that light. So, because when you see her in that light, you get ready to do the work that is required to bring her, to position her. If it's mentoring, if it's coaching, if it's leading, if it's teaching, if it's guidance, whatever it needs to do to position your daughter in that future that you have seen for her, that's what you need to do. That's your work, that's your business, that's your assignment and your responsibility. Eyes for the future. Then the next thing, to raise an outlier, there must be resilience. Resilience is not just everything will be okay and you're not sure of when. Resilience is the ability to stand tall no matter the adversity of life. You have to, especially if you're cushioning your girl, you're cushioning her, you know what I mean by cushion. Right now, I'm probably pillows so that my back is not going to hurt so much. That's what it means to cushion. You're cushioning life for her. If that's what you do, this is the time you have to start removing those cushions. You are the one that where you're cushioning. If you're cushioning effect, somebody says something to her or something happens in school and then she comes and then you are the one that what you're cushioning. But that's not going to happen if she's going to be an outlier. She has to develop thick skin, because it's not of course by now we know that the world is not kind, the world is not, we know already. So don't gloss the word for your kids. That's what I mean. Don't gloss the words for them. Don't gloss the world, rather. Don't blindfold them. I'm not saying expose them to evil, but let them have an understanding, an innate understanding of how it works, how systems work, how people can be, how things can be, so that when disappointments come, so that when things don't happen the way she wants, so that she's not going to just gonna up and give up. So she has to be resilient. So for example, now you now give her food. Maybe there is no meat and there's no fish, and then your girl goes, I cannot eat it. I cannot eat it. And then you start fretting, start worrying. Oh, my girl cannot eat it. Oh, what will I gonna do? And then you begin to go and do, you go and start passing your boundary because your girl cannot eat it. That's not gonna help her. Ask Joseph. Ask Esther. Ask all those people. Ask Daniel. Ask them. It's not gonna be easy. So stop cushioning. If there is abundance, glory to God. But if there is not abundance, she must still be able to the ability, that back boost of life. I was sharing my friend, she's on the stream, and I say, how is it that we have not caved in? People say things like we don't look like what we go through. It's not a cliche. It's not just something to say to make yourself feel good. So that something is not going right does not mean that you not carry it all over your face. You see adults, full grown adults, something is happening, and they go the next thing. Oh, this life. Oh, why is everybody knows what is going on? By WhatsApp status, you need to change today, right? Let your girls know. Let your girls know. Let them understand. Teach it. And it's not by teaching. You give opportunity to work out your teachings. Opportunity to see whether your teaching is sinking in. When things don't go as planned. When things don't go as planned, as expected, or when there's a major disappointment, how's she taking it? Does she now go, oh, do you know how many disappointment it takes? Before you now get to where you're going, your daughter has to understand if she's going to be an outlier. So that she's not going to give up. You've seen girls, you've seen teenagers say that and withdrawing from that course. What happened? The resilience. And it's in the little things. Your girl cannot walk 10 minutes. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. She cannot even go, she can't even navigate the neighborhood. Oh, I don't know. Nothing will happen. Our children are safe and protected. But can you stop cushioning? All those cushion. She's 10, she's 11. She doesn't know the next street. She's 10, she's 11, she's 13. She doesn't know your phone number off head, the phone number of her dad off head, the phone number of her significant adults off head, the phone number of her school off head. Something happens, she doesn't know what to do. That's where it starts. Start building it. Why? Because you're working to raise an outlier. People that people will depend on. That's what you're trying to raise. I hope you know. I hope you are aware. People that people can depend on for guidance, for instruction. That's what you're trying to raise. You're not going to raise that kind of person cushioning, all those things that we do. The next thing, she has to have a heart for God. This is very key. Because this is what's going to get rid of selfishness. If you're going to raise an outlier, she needs to have a heart for God. She needs to. Her heart has to. Because you know what? The normal human being, all of us, by nature, by default, was selfish. So we're thinking of ourselves, me, myself, hi. That's what we're thinking of. That's the average human being. But you know what? People that are going to make a difference, people that are going to make an impact, go and check it. We can check it. People that have tried, everything's all about themselves. What impact have they made? Who has known them? Who has heard of them? As opposed to people that are open, that their heart is large. Do you understand what I mean? So you can't raise that. She can't have the notion. She can't have the mentality that it's all about me, because life really is. Anyone that is still thinking in 2025 that the only thing, the quality of your life is in what you have, me, myself, hi. That person has not started living yet. I say it again. If the quality of your life revolves around yourself alone, you have not started living yet. So if you're going to raise an outlier, someone that's going to be, do you know what it means to be an outlier? It is someone that people will look up to, like a messiah of that generation. I don't know how you're seeing your girl. I don't know. A messiah of that generation. One that will, a trailblazer, as it were. That's what you are trying to eat. So how are you going to do that without not having a heart for God? It's not going to work. Because I said the normal human being is selfish, self-centered. So your daughter cannot share with her sibling. Your daughter cannot share. She has 10 good shoes. And it's hard. And you go, can I, and it's hard. How is it going to work? She has to have a heart for God. So it can't be just about her. Because really, we're not here to live for ourselves alone. That's not why we're here. That's not what we're created. There is God intends for us to be a blessing. So that when people hear of us, there's some people now that you have met that you may never, ever meet again until everybody's going to die. But the question is, when they remember you, what are they going to remember about you? When your name crosses their heart, what are they going to remember about you? That really is the conversation. So you have to train the heart of your girls to be large. And it starts from the little things. I'm not saying force them to share, but teach them. Don't forget again, it's like doing. It's what they see you do. It's what they see you do. Have they seen you how you share? Have they seen you how you care? Because when you do those things to people, it shows that you have a heart for God. Really, because no one has ever seen God. No one of us, we've never seen God. But I know that when I'm open to my brother, when I'm open to my sister, then I am deep, I am I'm displaying the personality, the person of God. The next thing close to it, your daughter has to have a heart for his people. God is a people person. God is a people person. He is a people person. It's all about people. It's all about people. It's all about go through it, go through scriptures, go through Quran. There is no place that God is able to turn his eyes away from people, hurting people, dying people that don't have knowledge, people that don't have skills, people, people. So your daughter can't hoard knowledge. That's what I'm trying to say. She can't hoard, she can't have a disposition of, oh, after all, I know it and I really don't care. You should care. She's gonna be an outlier, she's gonna have to care. Because it is the caring that makes you want to reach out in empathy to say, okay, how can I help you? She knows mathematics so well, and then some other student is scoring zero, and then she goes, that's a business, and then you don't see anything wrong with that. It's gonna start, it's from little things like that. It's from little things like that. So she's gonna have to have a heart for God. She's gonna have to have a heart for his people. She's gonna have a heart for his people. So you're there, you must, as you're doing the work, begin to think, begin to know. Now, if you don't know, start go and know now that you're raising this girl, not just for Esther got married to the king, but she wasn't just queen, she was also a deliverer. Esther's story is one that's very, very inspiring. Same for Deborah. She arose at a time when men were do you understand? So it's not possible that you're just raising a girl for the sole purpose. Sole purpose. That's no. That's an error. A big one. Look at Dr. Ibuku Awoshika. I mean, she's a wife. But see how she's been a blessing. So when you want to open the minds of your girls, begin to know the kind of people to open their minds to. Not all these Instagram girls that are always naked. I've said it, I'm saying it again. So even you as an adult, I'm coming back to us. The people that we're following, what quality of people are we following? I am not so social media like that, but the key people I'm following are people that can add to me, people that are increasing. Why? Because I'm teaching my daughter a way of life. That's a way of opening her mind. Girls are vivid in their imagination. Trust me, I say that. So that's a way of teaching them without even saying anything. But some of us there, some people are following Bobrisky. I don't know. I can never understand it. But it's fine. That's not the conversation for today. But you must understand, your daughter must be groomed. You are grooming her. So if you are beginning to see traits of selfishness, and if your daughter is choleric, you're going to have to work on that. Because a choleric person will naturally, by temperament, by default, they will want to think of themselves alone. And you know what? If you're able to now work on a choleric, they are amazing leaders. If you're able to work on them, because they got the focus, they got the tenacity that is needed to get things done. But how do you get things done? So that they don't become mechanical, they don't become locomotive and just move as though like it's a machine. That's why you need to help them. Your daughter is our younger brother is ill, our elder brother is ill. Watch their attitude so that you begin to know what to correct. You begin to know, do you want us to? And it's not by you don't force care on people. You don't force care. You don't force whatever on people. No, teach them. So your brother is maybe the brother or the sister is not feeling so fine, or is struggling with something, and it's what she's able to do. Watch her reaction. But if you see that you're not getting the expected reaction, then that's why you kick in. Don't forget, you have to teach first. You have to teach first. You have to model first before you can say, okay, you're even unkind. That's not the way to go. I'll give you an example. This evening, the girls I'm having cough, and then the other girls too. So I just and I did the cough, whatever. When I was done, I served myself, and I thought to myself, it doesn't cost me anything to serve them too. So I served everybody. That's me teaching without saying anything. And they're like, oh, thank you. And I said, no, this is not thank you. This is how you should do. They have to have a heart for people. So it shouldn't be just, it's very funny. Africans, we're wonderful. You even go to church, all the prayer points. You go to mosque, everything's all about me, my husband, my child, me, my husband. There is more to us. There's a place of being a blessing to humanity because you are an help. There's that place. Your daughter must not lose that place. Because a lot of people are waiting for her. A lot of people in our generation, in our time. How's she gonna know when you're not telling her now? See Mordecai now. He's in prepping. He's in prepping Esther. That is it. And that was when the opportunity showed. Esther said, go, 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 go. You don't even know that maybe this all of the teachers have been teaching you. Everything I've been teaching you. Maybe it's because of this time. But let me tell you, if you don't do anything now, there will be a deliverer. Are you seeing your girl in that role? You should. You should. That role of deliverer. That role of emancipate. Do you know how many girls will still get confused? Do you know how many girls will still struggle with a lot of vices? Do you know? Are you beginning to see your girl? Are you positioning your girl to be a help to them beyond going to school, studying law, studying medicine? Beyond all of that. That's what you begin to see as from today. The next thing you have to raise an outlier, there has to be the ability to dream. Your girl has to have the ability to dream. What are dreams? Anything that is good for God, good for people, good for God, good for ourselves, and good for people. That's a dream, whatever it is. Is it good for God? Is it good for people? Is it good for her? She has to be able to dream. Oh, I want to be a medical doctor. Why? I want to be a nurse. Why? I want to be this. Why? For everything, there has to be a why. Not just because it is popular. Not just because everybody is doing it. Not just because everybody wants to be this, everybody wants to be that. For example, when we're growing up now, what we had then was that, oh, is that you go to study law, study accounting, study medicine, or study nursing. When I was growing up, when we were trying to choose courses to study at the university, that was that was the extent of the knowledge as at that time. But now beyond that, so you right now that should tell you that even when your daughter is picking courses in universities to study, she should be picking it that is aligning with her dreams. You must start knowing that now. So she's not confused. She knows what she's picking. She knows why she's picking the course she's picking. So if she comes to say that, mommy, I want to study fine arts, you're not saying, you're not going all over the roof. Hey, how dare you? All the courses. Come on. You must have understood that there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason. So that's how to dream. So you begin to look, this girl, what are her prospects? What are her strengths? So that you begin to sell those things to her. So that when she's speaking, because she's speaking it and then she's thinking of how to be a helper. That is the key. How to be. So when a girl is thinking like that, you will worry less. It is girls that I don't know the word to use now. It's girls that I don't know. It's girls that I don't know that that's the girls that bother with all of these issues. So you want your girl to be safe from all of this headache. Hey, don't go to boys' house. Don't open your leg for boys. Can you program her differently? Can you begin to work now? Can you begin to start doing? Can you start doing the work? Can you teach her how to dream instead? So it's not about just shouting. Hey, don't go when no. What are girls want alternative? Oh, you just told me now. I shouldn't program my head with boys. I shouldn't watch porn. I shouldn't do what. So what should I do? Do you understand? Girls want alternative. There has to be an alternative to that thing that you're saying is wrong. So it's not about just saying, this is wrong, or this, no. But how? Teach her how to dream. Teach her, watch documentaries together. Do things together. Check together. So you can just put it randomly. Can I get pictures of ChatGPT? Things will come up. And then what is happening? You're firing your imagination. You're firing your dreams. So anyone that will be an outlier must know how to dream. See Joseph. When it was impossible, Joseph was thinking, I dreamt that me like this, I am the, what was that thing he said he was now? I'm the sun, then the star, and then the stars, and then the moon. They came down to come and bow for me. I mean, he was dreaming in impossible circumstances. I hope you know that his mom is dead. He didn't have a mom. He was dreaming. Can our girls dream? Can your daughter dream? Can we teach them? And you know what? This is not going to happen. It's not going to jump on them. You have to possibilitize. You have to show them what's possible. That's what I mean. Show them what's possible. Show them what can be done. Show them. Show them what women have done. Is there a woman inspiring you somewhere? Expose your daughter to her. Expose them to teachings. Expose them to mentoring. Expose them. Don't push. I don't know. Don't cover them. That's what I mean. If you light the country now, you're not going to go and cover it somewhere. You're not going to cover it somewhere. Expose them. That's what I do. And it's okay if you're not your daughter's role model. I hope you know it's completely okay. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Your daughter must aspire. So that And when if anything happens, they find themselves living that dream. They find themselves living that dream. So you must teach them. You need to teach them how to see. Otherwise, if you don't teach, let me tell you what will feed their head. It will just be filled with Korean movie. It will just be filled with what are all these things now? All the things that teenage girls worry about these days. Whether I should do tummy talk. Are you aware that they are bothering about tummy talk? If you don't know, let me say, let me warn you, let me tell you now. Before you say, I know she did not tell us. Teenage girls, they are worried about bum enlargement, tummy talk, this. They are already. Because why? That's what they say on social media. Because nobody's programming them rightly. So you need to help your girl. Give her alternative. Let her know that things are doable, things are achievable. She has to be able to know how to dream. Then the next thing, to be an outlier, your daughter must know when to walk away. There are so many things she needs to walk away from if she's going to ever be an outlier. Walk away from wrong friendship, wrong association, wrong thoughts, wrong talk, wrong movies, everything. She needs to know when to walk, because you know what? She can't be consuming all of that rubbish, all of that junk, and then still turn out an outlier. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. She has to know when to walk away. She has to know. You are with a friend, you are working with, and then everything the friend says is, oh, your own is even too much. It's time for her to walk away. She should know. She shouldn't even come to ask your permission. So you're just supposed to ask her, like, I've not been saying this. Your first time, mommy, I've moved from her. Because in the game of destiny, friendship play a great role. That's one thing I've come to just understand. Sometimes it's your friend that just, sometimes, yeah, it is your friends that just still pushing you. You know what, girl, you can do this. Girl, you can move. Girl, you can. Do you understand? So imagine if you now have that wrong friend, and everything they keep saying to her is that what your own is able to. For example, they say they have a competition, and your girls indicates interest, and then they give the friend goes, "Are you the only one?" So that everybody can know. Is it because? Yes, it is because. Is it because you are it is in the book? It is because. Yes, in the game of it is true. It does play a great role. It does. That's why your daughter must know what to walk away from. She needs to understand what to walk away from. She needs to understand friends that are putting her down, friends that are competing with her, friends. And I told you about this already. When it comes to your life's purpose fulfillment, your girls for that purpose fulfillment, she has to scrutinize friends carefully and thoroughly. It's okay. She doesn't have to be in a rush to have friends. And if she has to end any friendship, she must know it's okay. It's okay. She should just understand that it is for a higher purpose. That's it. There are friends now I have some friends now that I don't talk to again. We're in the university together, we're cool. It doesn't mean that we're now enemies. No. It just means that there's a higher purpose. So she has to know. For example, I am not part. I understand the place of social life and all of that, but I am not someone that will sit down and start planning on somebody else's party. I've never been. I can never be. So if I have a friend and everything we want to talk about is party, I don't need anyone to tell me that it's time to move away. Have I said party is bad? No. But I'm not going to spend my whole life partying when there are things to do. Do you understand? So your daughter has to understand, and she has to know. She has to do this unapologetically, without feeling bad, without feeling anything. She has to know that when it comes to these things, there are some things that are non-negotiable. So and you don't also forget. This is where you have to now start doing the work. You don't also forget your girl. She wants to be accepted. That's why it's very. I've said it more than 1,000,000 times. Put your girls in common so that she doesn't feel that she's the only one trying to, make a difference. She sees other girls like her. She's challenged. She's encouraged. So those are the forums you should be putting your girl. Those are the places you should put in your daughter if she's never going to be an outlier. So she has to know when to walk away. Something is pressuring too much. She has to know when to walk away before it now becomes. I was reading a story. There's a group I belong to on Facebook, and I was reading a story, and I just shook my head. And then she came to ask for advice from strangers. I just shook my head. I said, I wish. And so many of us were like that too. Things that we should have walked away from long time ago. We didn't. And until tomorrow, we're wishing that we did. Do you want your daughter repeating that same cycle? So it has to start from now. She shouldn't be a people pleaser for God's sake. It's only people pleasers that don't know how to walk away from situations. It's becoming toxic. It's becoming unhealthy. It's becoming competitive. It starts from the little things. Your girl has to know, because why? Where she's gonna need genuine, authentic people. She's not gonna need naysayers. She's not gonna need people that will pull her back, drag her back. She's not gonna need those kind of people on that journey that she's on. That's what she has to start learning to practice now. Teach them. They don't have to dull their shine for anybody. At the same time, they shouldn't let anybody pull them down. I hope you heard me. They don't have to dull their shine. At the same time, they shouldn't allow anybody, situation, circumstance, pull them down. It's not gonna help them. So she has to know. Your daughter has to know what to walk away from, and when most especially, when do I walk away? When does this become too much? When does it become something I have to excuse myself from? So you know what? If she starts early now, when it now gets to that ultimate life choice of a spouse, choice of a partner, she knows exactly what to choose. She's not confused. She's not doing like this, doing like that. She already knows that if this person, if our values are not aligning, we're not doing anything together. No matter how fine, no matter how you have this is pack at the 100 pack you have. Do you understand? Because what she's exposed to walking away from what is wrong from a very tender age. So it's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be difficult. So all of the things, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. It doesn't like to me. There's no confusion. Hey, yeah, there's no confusion. No. Why? Because she's been doing it years back. So you have to begin to teach these things. She has to know when to walk away. That's it. When to walk away and what to walk away from. Because why? Where she's going, she's not going to be needing negativity. She's not going to be needing what is not advancing her course to be an outlier. All right, the next thing that your girl to raise an outlier, she needs to know when and what to say no to. This is also very important because girls find it difficult. Trust me. Did I say girls? Adults, even me, sometimes I still struggle with it. Is now when I'm like, hey, this thing it is taking a level of self-awareness for myself. I'm almost 40 and then I'm still sometimes I still find it hard to say no. How much more a teenage girl? So she has to start now. Why? Because some of us started late because they told us that saying no is rude. So even if you are very tired like this, you are very, very tired like this. So they say, come, oh, but you don't want them to name you bad or lazy girl. You still go, but you are really tired. You didn't really want to go to that party. That should be, you didn't really want to buy it. I'm just giving us instances so that you know the places that you have not been saying no. So that you can go and start saying no there now. That should be is really ugly. It's really, really ugly. You didn't really like it. You did not really like it because you didn't want to offend. What was that? You didn't want to offend the person. You have to buy it, and then you use the money to sew it, and you never wear it. You can't say no. You can't say no. You didn't really want to feel like going to that place. You didn't really want to go to that place, but because you felt, oh, they will be offended. They should be offended though. Why? It's not our fault. That's why I'm pointing this instance so that we'll know it's not our fault. It's not how we're raised. We're taught to say no. When we say no, people think that we are rude, we are arrogant, we are proud. But you know what? To protect your space, you must know how to say no, even to calls. Yes, there's some calls I will say like, no, I'll call this. I will make this call later. I don't disrespect the person, but I know that at that point in time, I can't pick that call. So I'll just call it. I'll just message. So I'm trying to say to us, I'm trying to point out instances of adults. For example, now they brought that human air. That's another big. I don't know. I don't even know how to even say that one now without even offending anybody. But you know what? We're teaching. So we're talking about not really, it's not about offending, it's about us getting better. Some of us cannot afford the air. I was reading a book, Raising Financially Literate Children. And I was talking about, of course, he made the bass was rich parent side. As a parent, you understand, you know that your salary is 250,000, and then they have told you that wig is 150,000. Of course, without anybody saying to you, you know that you cannot afford that wig. You just know you can't afford it. You can't afford it. But so that they know, so that the girl that is selling the wig, so that the girl that is selling the wig will not what now. I'm going to now give you an example of how it was hard for me to say no. I'm going to share it as a joke now, so that the girl selling the wig will not be offended. What? She's in her business. Can you, if your salary is 250,000 a month, you can't afford a wig of 150,000. You can't. Because by the time you remove 150,000 from 250, what's remaining? You're going to transfer yourself to work, you're going to buy fuel, you're going to do groceries. You can't afford it. So why can't I say I can't afford it? You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I hate wigs, but there's something about me and wigs. You know, we just never met. So my friend, I think she, yeah, she's on this trip. She's watching, and then she goes, you must do this. You must, and I go, I don't like this thing. It is not. I don't know why. I'm just wired funny. So I don't like it. And she goes, it's gonna be okay, okay, okay. The same don't inability to say no. This is now trivia now, but it's part of those things. I'm letting you know that I also struggle with learning to say no. But now I'm becoming more firm. Why? Because I'm becoming more self-aware. What am I gonna say? So I bought the wig. I think I paid for the wig twice. Higher. And I paid. And you know what? I think maybe I fixed that wig maybe once. I can't remember, maybe like once or twice because I didn't really like it. I did not. I didn't. I don't know why. I don't know. And you know what I did? I cried and I gave my hairdresser. And then she goes, "Ah," and I go, "Ah." But I told you I don't like. If I just imagine if I just insisted on my no. So do you know why I'm saying this? Sharing this so that we'll take it easy on our girls. It's not going to become automatic. So start early now. If there's something she's not comfortable about, can she say no? Can she say no to you? Oh yes. You want her to do something now. Maybe she doesn't. And she says and she goes, "Oh mom, can I please do it later?" And then you go, "What do you mean? You have to listen to me. You're disappointing me. Come on, calm down. You don't know why she has given you that reason. Do you understand?" So she can't say our girls can't say no to us. They want her to go and say no to bad friends. You want her to go and say no to bad. How's she gonna do it? And since that time, I bought wig again, a wig that I never wore. But now, as I'm saying to you now, I'm telling you now that me and wigs, we can't. I don't know. That's just an instance where it is hard for me to say no. Do you understand? So please, she has to know what and when to say no to. Why? If she says yes to everything now, the things that she shouldn't be saying yes to later, she will still say it because she's used to. So allow them say no to you in peace. It doesn't mean that they're disrespectful. No, it doesn't mean. I hope you know that your home is a training ground for your children. So that when teacher is trying to be mean in school, a teacher is trying to be harsh in school, she's gonna come back and say, "Mom, this is happening. I don't think it's right." But for every time she talks, she said, "Oh, what do you mean? You are too rude. You are too vocal. You're shushing her. Don't do that, please. Don't. Don't do that." And then you're confusing the girl. And then you're wondering, if your girl is not comfortable hugging somebody, let it be. Let it be. She says, "I don't want to. I don't want to." And you now say, "I know it's your uncle." What's that? What after when is not her uncle? She says she doesn't want to hug the person. It's fine. It's okay. I begin to accept no's from your girls. Please, I'm begging us. So you know what? It's gonna be like shock, electric shock. It's gonna be like, "Oh, she's disrespectful." No, no. She's raising us, she's training herself. Because the world is gonna give her a lot of things that they're gonna show a lot of things down her throat. Are you aware that girls they will prompt a fellow girl, normal, sensible girl, they will prompt, they say, "Try the cigarette now, try it now." Yes, I hope you are aware. Try it now. And then she goes, because why? For every time she wanted to say no, somebody that shusha. Then she feels okay, it's okay. Yes. Have you not seen such videos? You will see with them trying to bring a new girl, a girl that can't say no. Parties, clubbing, a girl that can't say no. Because I don't know what you do in a club. I don't understand it. But because for every time she wants to say no to somebody at home, everybody go, "No, you are too rude. You are too." No, she's not rude. She's trying to gain her voice. She's trying to gain. Can you not kill that voice? Because that she needs that voice to stand for what is right later in future. Do you understand? She needs that voice to speak up for injustice. She needs that voice to speak up for what is wrong. She needs that voice to liberate our generation. She needs that voice to be an emancipator. So if you're now shutting her down now, with which voice is she gonna speak? I'm trying to imagine Chimamanda Adichie. You know, I've been reading a lot about her, and I'm like, whoa. I'm trying to imagine when she was a much younger child. I'm trying to imagine whether she'll still be that audacious. If every time she's spoken, they say, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." And we are so quick to say it. And you want to raise an outlier. Okay, now. Don't shut them up. If they ask questions, answer. If you don't know the answer, can you tell them, "Okay, you know what? I have done this a lot of times. She's asked me things that I don't understand." Okay, you know what? Give me time. I'm also getting better in this parenting thing. I've never been a parent. I don't know for you, but I've never been one until I had my child. You understand what I mean? So I don't have to know everything. So the ones I don't know, I go find out and I come back. So don't go, what are you asking? What are you She will never be able to say no. And if you're raising an outlier, she must be able to say no. No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. I'm not gonna do this. No matter your pressure, I'm not gonna do this. All right, the next thing She must know and deploy the 10,000 hour rule. The 10,000 hour, what does it say? It only means that for you to be an expert at anything or everything, you must have deployed 10,000 hours of your time. You can calculate the math. I don't know mathematics. So she wants to be an outlier, and then she does this one, she drops it. She does this one, she's not so, if it's just one thing, that's one thing I want you to know. If it's just one thing your child is good at, fire that thing. That's where it is. That's where her shining is. I am serious. I am dead serious. So she doesn't have to be good at everything, everything, everything. And then you begin to now compare. You cannot see that one. You cannot see that one. Whatever it is, watch her. Who are you parenting? What's that thing she's good at? Effortless. See, it's not. It doesn't matter if it's not the conventional things. So it doesn't matter whether it's not. Oh, she's not acing. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. That thing that is easy for, that thing that's effortless for her, can you make her practice it? Can she become so good at it? Do you understand what I mean? Can you give hours? Can you dedicate hours? Because that thing that is quote and unquote inconsequential to you, that's gonna be a point of shining later on. You need to understand this and not mess up our journey. So it's fine. I write. I sometimes let me show you. I have an idea book. I'm gonna show you. See, I have an idea. I'll skip that. I have an idea book. I have this. I have another big one. Sometimes I'm thinking. I have a note on my phone. I write. That's when I was coming very, very aware of myself. But my daughter is not like that, and I'm not bothered. It's okay. It's very okay. But have I noticed something that is very good at? That's what you fire. That's your business. That's your assignment. So don't go and start making it saying things so like, are you not seeing your fellow mate? And all of the things that we rave about. No, your daughter is different. Your daughter is unique. So if it is just art, some of us think what is in art is we're very funny how we're thinking where we're coming from. So you say, what is in heart? Can you not be a doctor? Can you not be a lawyer? I don't know. Lawyer and doctor, I don't know. Can you not be an engineer? All of those things all of those stereotypes. Yes, they're stereotypes. So, but whatever your daughter is good at, please fan it. Fan it. So now what are you gonna do? Now put hours into it. Put hours into it for her. Put hours into until she becomes so good there. That's your assignment. So I'm gonna find mine. You find yours. So imagine my daughter is good in this, yours is good in that is good in that is good in that, and then we now all of us now apply that 10-hour rules. Do you know what we are raising? We're raising army of formidable girls. Do you understand what I am saying? So when this one says, "Oh yeah, come, I have this one," you say, "Come, I have this one," all of them join us together, and then they begin to shake the world. Do you understand what I am saying? So it's not going to be boring. Everybody is a dancer. Everybody is a lawyer. Everybody is a doctor. Everybody is. Do you understand? So, and you know what? If you're careful, if you're watching, there's something about your daughter. There's something natural, innate about your daughter. So that is what you should be applying this 10,000 hour rule to. Have I said now jettison maths, jettison English? No. I've just said if she has other interests, even if it is extracurricular, the education is to open our mind, to broaden our mind, not to shut it. Not to say, is that you study law or nothing. I think I was listening to, was it Charlie Boy? Yes, that one that his dad wanted him to be a lawyer. I think it was Charlie Boy. Or was it false? I'm not sure again now, but I mixed these things up. I know that false dad is SN. I know. And I know that he granted an interview and said that he studied the law just to please his dad. Do you understand? Until today, we're still doing the same thing. But for your girl to be an outlier, you need to be able to commit that 10,000 hour rule to her area of interest. Then you watch her take the world. Watch her take the stage of the world. Let's start. It's a challenge. Let's all start. My daughter is good in something. Let me make up mind. I'm going to commit 10,000 hours. If your daughter is, for example, 10, she has time. But if you're not fighting her, no, this is what you must do. This is what you must do. All right. The next thing, she has to be touchable. That's it. That's what I mean. Softness of heart. Softness of heart. Her heart has to be soft, but her mind strong. Together. She has to be touchable. She must be touched. People's pain must touch her. People's lack of knowledge must touch her. People's lack of skills must touch her. People's she must be touched for her to be an outlier. for her to make a mark, to be really different. Because it's only when you are touched about people that's when you want to do something. I hope you know. That is why we have I'm gonna go back to Africa because this is where it is most common. That is why in a family, one person is really, really rich, but they find it difficult. It's demonic. They find it hard to look, okay, this is my family. What can I do? What can I bring up? What can I do? Why? The heart is not soft. I've seen people that they have, and then they odd, and then they odd, and then they odd, and then they odd. Why? The heart is not soft. The heart of your daughter must be soft. But her mind has to be strong because it is with the mind that she will make decisions. It is with the mind that she make choices. But the heart, she must be touchable. She must. She must not be callous. That's what I mean. So if you're raising a choleric, you need hard work to do. If you're raising a phlegmatic will appear indifferent. People that like to bury their head in the sand, they appear indifferent. They're not, as long as it's not concerning me, it does not affected me. That is the posture a lot of people have in Africa, and it's ruining us. Our girls can't be like that. Their hearts have to be strong, and then their hearts have to be soft, and then their mind strong. It is only when your heart is soft, it's when you're able to be touched. It's in the scriptures that Jesus was able to feel our infirmity. So your daughter must be able to feel. Have you seen therapists? Then she's in a therapy session and she's crying with the person she's talking to. Some people say it's unprofessional, but I said no. She understands. She feels the pain. Well, that is when you be moved to really help. A girl is struggling. So as long as it's not my girl, we become callous. That's the word. We become callous. Nothing touches us. Nothing moves us. Nothing. That heart has become like stone. No. If your girl is going to make a mark in the world, she has to be an outlier. Say Mother Teresa. She was not African, but she kept wondering, why will people suffer like this? Why will people suffer like this? It was touching us. So you must touch the heart of your girl. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Esther was in the palace. Esther was the queen. Nobody would have come for Esther, but really they would have, because the law was to obliterate everybody that was a Jew. But despite that, before the law was in force, she thought it was recorded that she fasted for 3 days. And then she began to say, oh, Father, and then she went to the king and said, please, my people. I'm trying to imagine how she presented her case. I'm sure she didn't just go demanding. I'm sure she went, she went with humility and everything. And then because she had a heart for the people. So same thing for your girl. She must not be callous. We must not raise callous girls. We mustn't. We mustn't. We mustn't. We must not raise selfish girls. We mustn't raise people that they are not touched by the pains of others, for them to be outliers. But don't forget, there's a demarcation. I said that their mind will be strong, because the mind is a seat of the will, but the heart is a seat of the emotions. So your girl has to feel. She has to. I had a girl at a time. Anytime I was speaking to the girl, we were crying together. And after we cried together, they will now go advise, we'll now do this, we'll now do that. And gradually she was able to go out of whatever it was that the challenges was as at that time. So you have to raise a girl. Her heart has to be soft. So what am I saying to you? You too, as a mother, your heart must be soft. You don't go, all of us, don't let pain, that's the word. Don't let pain deaden your heart. Don't. No matter the disappointment, no matter the pain, no matter everything that's happened, don't let it deaden you. And that heart must still beat. It must still be soft. Don't let pain, don't let betrayal, don't let your trauma, don't let things that has happened to you deaden your heart. Don't let it. Don't let it. Don't allow it. No matter what has happened, that heart must remain soft. All right, the next thing and the last thing for today, the goal must be bigger than her. To raise an outlier, the goal has to be bigger than her. For anyone that's going to do anything worthwhile, it has to be bigger. The dream, everything has to be bigger than her. That's what's bigger than her. So if it's all about just you're very funny and just I don't know, I don't understand it. You're not just going. You know what? You're going to have a good life, yeah, but it will not be a life of impact. That's it. And then really, if you don't have a life of impact, trust me 100% that your talents, your everything that God has given you, you haven't expended everything. I can tell you that for free. Because if you have, then if you're expending your talent, you're expending your gift, everything God's given you, then definitely there must be impact somewhere. So really the question, life, a good life or a life of impact? That's the question. A good life or a life of impact? Is it just so that everything is just good for me, me, me? You know, I really attack this me, me, me today because it's a scourge. It's a scourge in Africa. Me, me, me. And that's why one leader will have, I don't know, storehouses of money, but that's not the conversation for today. So the goal has to be bigger. Your girl has to think bigger because really the vision is bigger than each and every one of us. It is. And you know what? If you're able to possibilize the mind of a girl like this, there's no telling. Because that's what I've come to understand. There's no telling how far your girl can go. There's no telling the length that your girl can reach. There's no telling the places that your daughter can get to. Why? Because there's one mom somewhere, because there's one dad somewhere that is opening her mind to what is possible. So what are you gonna do? This is a church. So what are you going to do? Are you going to really sit on the work? Are you really going to get on the assignment? Are you going to do everything that is needed? You have to get training. You have to get teaching. If you have whatever, are you going to do it? Because you know that you're raising an outlier. Because you know you're raising somebody that's going to make a difference. Because you know you're going to raise somebody that's going to give hope to the world, hope to our generation. So that you know that in your old age, they just hear the name of your daughter somewhere. Oh, she's there doing this. She why still married though? Don't go and even be thinking that you can't have the two. Who says? And you know what? If you start these things early, when she's choosing a partner, this is going to form what she's going to choose with. I hope you know that. So she's going to actually choose somebody that is going to be holding us together and doing these things together. And then you just smile. You just sit and say, oh, thank God. What are you going to be? How's it going to be rather? Are we willing? Are we? And these things will not happen on the platform of, one by one, two by two. It's going to happen on the platform of really sitting down to get the work done. Are you going to do the work? As for me, I am going to do the work. That'll be all for today. How you have learned something, and like I always say, if it's just one of these things you run with, trust me, there'll be a difference in your journey. My name is Funola Aktola Williams. I'm glad that you're here. We've been here for 57 minutes. I don't intend taking us more than 1 hour thereabout so that we can get on with the rest of our evening. I hope that you have learned something, I hope that it has been beneficial. If it has been, can we talk about this community? Tell your friends that have girls that is a community where you're learning how to do better, how to, just generally do better things for your girls. And don't forget, we are running our online mentorship academy. We're running our online mentorship program. We have courses that's been tailored, styled to suit your girl, to suit their learnings, to suit their purpose. Yes. So I'm that girl's coach that you want to come to when it comes to your girl. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm grateful. I don't take your time for granted, and I really wish you a beautiful new week. Thank you, and bye bye.